Good afternoon. This incredible story takes place in an English tavern in the days of Camelot, the Camelot we all know and love. The charmed kingdom ruled by King Arthur and his knights of the Round Table. Within are rustic wooden tables and chairs, a long bar with ale mugs, and wooden barrels filled with wine and ale. Mingling inside is an assortment of common folk, drinking, arguing, and laughing, along with three knights cheerfully boasting night 1, night 2, and night 3. Sit at the center table. Then two servant girls are prancing around the table. Off in a dark corner of the tavern sits a lone stranger, cloaked in a hooded robe. Act 1, Scene 3. The lights slowly rise on the interior of the Cambridge bookstore, with floor-to-ceiling bookshelves, an old wooden counter, and a few high-back wooden chairs throughout the store. The place is sadly in disrepair. Present are Mandy Jennings, Edith Melroy, her longtime family friend of her late father, and Mr. Peabody, the architect. Mr. Peabody has a rolled-up blueprint under his arm and a clipboard in hand. The three are surveying the room. Well, Mrs. Jennings, your ideas for renovations are most ambitious.
You don't think I'm overdoing it, do you?
Anything's possible. But of course, money is always the question, isn't it?
Yes, something we're greatly lacking.
I've already discussed labor cost can be reduced with my nephew providing demo work. That is, if you're agreeable in allowing him to abide on site for several days until the work's complete.
That's not a problem, Mr. Peabody. We have additional rooms upstairs. Edith and I are staying upstairs as well, so we will be able to keep him well fed and comfortable during his stay.
Oh, that will be wonderful. Mandy, he won't be staying long, will he?
Don't worry, Edith. The work should be complete after 3 days tops. Isn't that so, Mr. Peabody?
Oh, yes. 3 days tops. Jason's strong back makes up for his shortage of intellect, but he's not the brightest, but he'll give you an honest day's work.
Well, we're set then, aren't we?
Yes, I already placed an ad in the paper for additional labor once the demo is complete, so don't be surprised by any callers that happen your way. If you don't mind, just jot their names down for any foreman when arrived.
That won't be a problem.
Well, Mrs. Jennings, I've got some polishing up to do on this construction plan, and will provide you a copy within the week.
My father would be so grateful for what you're doing for us.
It's the least I can do. He was a good man. Your father was. Well, if we're all settled, I'll be off then.
Thank you, Mr. Peabody. Goodbye.
Mandy Jennings walks him to the door as Mr. Peabody departs. He'll be living here?
Just for a few days, Edith.
Why can't he rent a room elsewhere?
Well, apparently he doesn't live in London, and it's part of the bargain with Mr. Peabody to keep the costs down. We'll be all right, you'll see.
I'll be sleeping with one eye open. I will. Entering the bookstore is a local mailman. Hello? I'm glad I caught you, Bandy. I missed you yesterday and requires a signature if you don't mind. The mailman offers a letter to Mandy.
What have we here, Mr. Timms?
It looks official enough. For your sake, I hope it's good news. Her first reaction is quite troubling as she drops the notice to her side. From the looks of it, I'm the bearer of bad news, aren't I?
You needn't worry. It's not your fault.
Mandy signs his clipboard. This is one element I hate of this job. I hope it turns out well for you, Mandy. I must be off now, and keep your chin up. There'll be better news coming your way, you'll see.
We can only hope, Mr. Timms. Have a nice day.
And you do the same, Mandy. The mailman departs. What is it?
A notice.
I can see it's a notice, but what's it say?
The bookstore and the apartment have been sold.
Sold? To who?
It doesn't say.
Why would Heloise do such a thing?
She's been talking about it ever since Father died, but I didn't think it would come to this.
So what do we do now?
It also says we're to vacate the premise in no more than 2 days.
The bloody old witch can't do that.
Yes, she can, and she will have us out unless...
Unless what?
Unless I can find my father's last will and testament.
A will, you say?
On my father's deathbed, a short time before he died, he mentioned it to me.
What did he say?
Only that he had left me the bookstore and upstairs apartment in a new will, drawn up without Heloise knowing about it.
What a wonderful man your father was, Mandy. It serves that old hag right that it should go this way. Why he ever married her in the first place is beyond me.
There's a slight problem, though.
And what's that?
I don't know where it is.
You don't know where it is? But he told you about it, didn't he?
I know it's somewhere in the bookstore, but he died before I could ask where he put it.
Nothing's to fear then. Your father said it was here, so we search the place until we find it.
But that could take some time, and we only have today and tomorrow.
Time's wasting then. I'm going upstairs to look through the office papers. Keep your head up, Mandy. There's time enough to find it. You'll see. Edith rushes upstairs to search for the hidden will. Mandy soberly looks about the bookstore as she sings.
This place is a mess, it's in shambles, that's true. How can I fix it up right? It's weathered and worn, oh, there's so much to do. It's run down and old, what a sight. I never thought things would end up quite this way. I must try my best to go on. I feel all alone now that you're gone. You told me that I'd be a princess someday and live in a palace brand new. I always believed every word you would say, and believe is just what I will do. I promise I'll make this place nice just for you, a window or two, perhaps there. And they'll shine it bright with loving care. So don't worry, Father, you'll be proud of me. I'll make sure your dream will come true. I'll stand on my own 2 feet, just wait and see. This hotel will be looking like new. I I guess I still have some growing up to do. I've depended on you for so long. I'll just have to carry on now that you're gone. I guess I still have some growing up to do. I've depended on you for so long. I'll just have to